All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Good morning and welcome to this weekend's NASCAR Quick Hit here for SHIPIT Nation. I am Eric, also known as The Game on Discord, and this morning we are going to be discussing the Enjoy Illinois 300, which is taking place at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Strange name for a racetrack. But before we go ahead and start breaking down today's slate, let me of course mention us here at ShipItNation.com, your one-stop shop for all things DFS. And folks, today is a big day because of course the NASCAR Cup Series is racing at Gateway. No, the NFL regular season kicks off today, and of course, we at SHIPIT Nation are loaded and ready to go hunting for bear. Of course, your one-stop shop for all things DFS. We have the Stone, expert slate plans, the cores, player pools, fantastic Discord communities, free YouTube shows, education courses. You name it, we have it at ShipItNation.com. And week 1 of the NFL kicks off today. So, if you haven't joined us yet, kind of think you owe it to yourself to do so. And if you're looking for a nice little afternoon sweat to get you going between football games today, give us a NASCAR shot because the green flag drops right around 3 o'clock Eastern time, which is right between those 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock NFL games. And on a side note, I got to see when the 49ers play because I have no idea. All right, let's get back to my spiel here, my little script that I wrote before we started. We are back for round number 2 of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, and this weekend there are roughly 168 Dominator points up for grabs, and we will want to target those points. I will be using at least 2 Dominators per lineup, and probably only 2 Dominators per lineup, because we have most of our potential Dominator plays started up towards the front of the field, and most of them this weekend are the heavy hitters. So I'm probably only going to be using 2 Doms per lineup, but if you fancy yourself a cheap potential Dominator, then by all means try to sneak 3 Dominators in per lineup. First things first, I wanted to touch on that there was a Goodyear tire test that occurred here at Worldwide Technology Raceway about 3 months ago. And the drivers who took place in that Goodyear tire test are Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, and John Hunter Nemechek. So, Brad Keselowski, John Hunter Nemechek, and Kyle Larson all took place in a Goodyear tire test 3 months ago here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. That's a terrible name for a racetrack. They got to change it. We have seen in the past drivers who have participated in said Goodyear tire tests reap the benefits by performing extremely well in said follow-up race. I have to assume that that will be the case this time around as well. Of course, we have Kyle Larson. Has he been as dominant as he has been in the past lately? No. But he is absolutely still a dominator. And mind you, he's the cheapest potential dominator, in my opinion, this week, which is a wild stat to say. Brad Keselowski, he's one of our top place differential plays. Would it surprise any of us to see old Brad K slowly work his way through the field on a smallish, flattish track? Absolutely not. And John Hunter Nemechek has been performing quite well recently. I am a John Hunter hater. I shouldn't say I'm a John Hunter hater, but I don't often include John Hunter in my player pool because he hasn't been having the best of luck. And that has not been the case recently. John Hunter has been having some pretty solid runs. And now he has a Goodyear tire test under his belt at this racetrack. Got to think him and, frankly, Legacy at a whole will benefit from that tire test. So Larson, Keselowski, Nemechek all participated in tire tests 3 months ago. As of practice this weekend, nothing happened. It was uneventful. It was boring. No incidences, no spinouts, no crashes, nothing. Just was a very uneventful practice session. All of the playoff drivers were in Group B. All the playoff drivers were in Group B, and I have no issue using practice data to help craft your player pool this weekend. I would recommend, though, to stick with the 20, 25, and 30 lap averages because long run is king. And I would only compare those in Group A to Group A and those in Group B to Group B, in my opinion. Crazy to say, Zane Smith was a Group A standout all throughout every category. They didn't run a 20, 25, 30 lap average, so he could be a sneaky cheap play who stays up front. And Chris Buescher was also a Group A, not standout, but he qualified well. So I wouldn't mind taking a chance on those drivers, but I would really, again, stick to comparing Bs to Bs and As to As if you will be using practice to help craft your player pool this week. And now let me go to my notes here and make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't. So we're going to go through a very quick starting lineup rundown because, like I said, the NFL is here and no one cares about NASCAR anymore, especially DraftKings. Why do those contests have to get small? DraftKings? Why? Us race fans are gamblers too. Starting on the pole, we have Denny Hamlin. On the outside pole, we have Kyle Larson. Denny, probably your top Dominator play. The fact that Larson is sub 10 grand blows my mind. And he has a tire test here. So I know he hasn't been performing well recently, but I have no issues with taking a shot on Larson today. Chase Briscoe starting third. He waxed that ass last weekend at Tarlington, right? The days of thinking Chase Briscoe can't hang anymore or done. He is a potential Dominator threat every time he starts up front. Ross Chastain, got really nothing to say. Blaney is a short, flat god, and Gateway is a short, flat racetrack. So I love Blaney today. Willie B, he was kind of unimpressive in Darlington. So I got much for him there. Reddick, no problem taking a chance on Reddick, although I don't like him as much as I like some of the other potential or higher end drivers. Christopher Bell, I love Christopher Bell. He's a short, flat god. That's what this is. Love me some C Bell. Then we're in a lot of GPP plays. So frankly, in my opinion, you could probably group the top 8 in your Dominator pool and grab 2 to 3 of those top 8 and be good for your potential Dominators, in my opinion. I'm going to grab 2. And as you can see here, I have the 5 I think are your best potential Dominators marked as such. But really, you could probably get away with anybody there in the top 8 as your potential Dominator plays. Then we have Cindric, Zane Smith. Cindric, I'll take a chance on. I have no problem taking a chance on Cindric. Zane Smith, I don't think I can get to him starting in 10th. I don't know. Chris Buescher, sure. Love me some Buescher. Josh Berry, I'll take a shot on Josh Berry. His power rankings don't look the best right now, but still, this is the kind of track he should excel at. So, GPPs, I'll take a chance on Josh Berry. Logano, Sure, absolutely. This is the kind of track and kind of race that Logano is sneaky good in. I just wish he wasn't 9K, but he is a playoff driver, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Bubba Wallace, hottest driver in NASCAR right now, and that's not even me being remotely facetious. He's on fire. I would put him in the player pool just for how on fire he is. Like, really, he's excellent lately. Is this his kind of racetrack? No. Has he been awesome lately? Yes. So maybe today's the day he puts it all together. Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, his teammate ran the tire test. So I'll take that shot. Um, Um, I'm sorry, guys. I lost my train of thought because my family is wrestling upstairs. My wife and my child. I didn't know what was going on. Where was I here? Eric Jones. I'll take a shot on Eric Jones because John Hunter ran the tire test. So I will absolutely take a shot on Jones because John Hunter ran the tire test. The dinger. Sure. Has he been great here? No. Has this been his type of racetrack? No. Has he been doing sneakily good all season? Yeah. I'll take a shot on the dinger. SVG, that's a no for me, dog, unless he was making left and rights. Chase Elliott, he will be chalky today. He's a great place differential play. He was great in long run practice speeds. He will be chalky today, but he's a good play. John Hunter, as I said earlier, took place in the tire test. I love me some John Hunter today. Ty Gibbs has been doing very well. He was fast in every asset of practice. Give me some Ty Gibbs. Kyle Busch. He did excellent. He's excellent track ranking here, but he had terrible practice, and he was not at all happy with his car after practice. Last week turned out well from a potential bad start. Can he do the same this week? Remain to be seen. Brad Keselowski, love it. I'll take a shot on Bad Brad for sure. Noah Gragson, he looked good in practice, but he's been terrible all season. That's a no for me. Alex Bowman, we have him projected as possibly chalky right now because he's a Hendrick driver, $73, 73. I wish he was $73, $7,300. Hendrick Motorsports playoff driver, etc., etc. He's been boom or bust all season, more of a bust than boom lately. So I will have Bowman in my lineups, but I ain't gonna go over the moon with him. Suarez. Yeah, probably not. Hocevar. I love Hocevar today. Um, I'm surprised it's only 7 grand. I thought he would be a little more expensive than that. Not the best track rank, but he's a rookie, so that stuff will come up as he gets more races ran. Um, love me some Hocevar today. Michael McDowell. Um, yeah, I'll take a shot. Super cheap, right? Super cheap for being in the same equipment as Hocevar and being one spot further than Hocevar and having very similar practice speeds to Hocevar. Yeah, why wouldn't you take a shot on McDowell? Custer, Cole Custer next season is upgrading to Chevy. Haas factory team is saying bye-bye to Ford, and they are hooking up with Hendrick Motorsports and becoming I guess a satellite team to Hendrick next year. So we'll see what Cole Custer can do in actual good equipment next season. So what does that mean for today? That means I'm clicking him off my player pool. No to Cole Custer for me. Todd Gilly and the Gilly Gang. Um, if you're looking for 5K to spend, I would click I would have no issues clicking on him, but he's probably not somebody I'm seeking out. Justin Haley's a no for me, dog. Ryan Preece will be the chalkiest of all chalk starting deep in the field. Preece has been excellent all season. His power rankings don't look the best, but that doesn't matter because he's proven time and time and time and time again that RFK and Preece fits together just like peas and carrots. So I have no problems taking a chance on Preece. And then these last 4, I don't know. Herbst is going to be a no for me. Ricky Stenhouse is probably going to be a no for me. Ty Dillon, if I need a bottom of the barrel driver, I would probably take Ty Dillon over most anybody else in the bottom of the barrel, but I probably won't get that far bottom of the barrel. And Cody Ware is a no for me, dog. So that is your very quick rundown of today's starting lineup. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up for this quick hit for the morning because, like I said, it is opening kickoff of the NFL today. I am very well aware that NASCAR plays second fiddle to that in DFS sports. So I expect my little part of the world to be quiet today. However, if you do have any questions concerning the slate, please feel free to tag me. If any drivers are making their way to the rear of the field, I will, as always, make sure to tag the Discord. All right, folks, good luck in all your contests today. Happy opening day of the NFL. Enjoy the race. And as always, let's ship it.